Hi everybody, my name is Defos and this video is mainly released for viewers who were here for the longest of time. I've been doing this thing where I've talked about what is going to come and what I did for the previous year. So this is basically my resolution for 2023, but at the same time, it's not really that. But a little bit of history about what we did in the past. Ever since I started streaming, at the end of the year or at the start of the year, I do this thing where I talk about what I plan to do at the year. For example, 2020, I wanted to make more content. I wanted to get into kickboxing. I wanted to play this not pajama, but like a harmonica. Still pretty because I never used it. But yeah, a checklist. And now we're here. From now onwards, we'll be doing vlogs like this instead, where I'll pretty much make some edits here and there. So now you got the gist of what's happening in this video. So I'll talk about what was 2020 for me. So on the 1st of January, we talked about what we did for 2021, what we felt, and we'll now talk about what we were looking for 2022 and what we did and or felt for 2022. So first things is that on personal life, things that I want to focus on is that I'm going to have 10k in the bank. Not to brag, but I completely failed. But not to brag that I have about like 6k in there right now, but I completely failed. Main reason being that this is a side gig. YouTube essentially is a side gig that doesn't earn me anything. So it's entirely reliant on how much I can save off my real life work. And with the other responsibilities coming in, it's like 10k is a lot harder to save up if there's only one income and you don't hustle. And of course, not trying to say that like I'm lazy, though yes, I am lazy. With my real-time job and streaming, it takes a lot of time for me to just get content out, and I just don't have enough time to make those side hustles happen. Moving on, I don't think monetary gains will be on this list, but I don't think I'll better hide it too much. This isn't stuff that I want to hide. I have money and or I don't have money. I don't think I'll be hiding it. It's just that I don't feel like it's interesting enough to be talking with you guys about it, especially since all of this has nothing to do with my YouTube channel. Moving on, second thing on the list, releasing YouTube content that are polished. 10 of set videos. Deeper gaming, a video on why getting gold is easy, hectic. So out of 10 videos, I've done 4, hectic included. Failed that harshly. Losing Adaxium, for those of you who don't know, Adaxium was my editor for like quite a bit. I think he edited for up to 2 years. But yeah, losing him has given me even less time to prep my content coming out. I can record it, but editing it takes a lot of time, especially if my fingers aren't that good. My editing skills aren't good. I mean, those are just all my excuses. I have excuses all along, but if I was able to accomplish 40% out of it, I think that's a head scratch. I think that's kind of a win. Not there yet. It's not a win. I'm there. I'm fighting. It's my result. My result that I'm struggling and I am fighting. And I made a 1 hour and 20 minutes video, which can easily be taken apart into 6 different videos. So I technically have 9 if I was better at editing. Technically. Rewatch value wise, I think none of them had good rewatch values except for Sleeper Gaming. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The pacing, everything is pretty bad as well. Good editing, I don't think I did that good. So I'd say in overall editing skill wise, I did not improve myself, but I did make 9 videos. Technically. Now, the last one out of this personal life thing is that I want to do kickboxing. Kickboxing. Of course not. Where do I even begin? Oh, that's right, I didn't. My excuse is I don't have time. Alright, moving on to content creation. Build a personality for Bianca. That never happened. It was supposed to happen. I was planning to make it happen on March. Yeah, but that never happened. And we talked about it. I think it was on a July or August stream. Yeah, that never happened. And then tournament and or scrims. This one is interesting. I don't know why you squeaked that hard. Okay, now this one is interesting because tournament is something that I really wanted to do, especially since Garena had taken an interest in community tournament event. 5v5s, either it's ARAM or Summoner's Rift. We did Summoner's Rift. And it was really, really great fun, so I wanted to recapture that moment. I wrote up a proposal, I sent it to Garena, and yeah, you can see by like it's not there. Mid-year, I approached another company. They rejected it, and they gave me reasons as to why that would not work, which is very helpful, by the way. Mainly because that like my proposal is very community based. It wasn't going to provide profits for any companies involved. So understandably, no company would be interested in, you know, holding this event, especially. But yeah, I mean, you can understand. Again, yeah, but you can understand from their perspective that they are a company, even if they're not gonna get any monetary gain, they do want to get some attention back onto the branding. So not being something that they want to go forward with, understandable. And I think I love it. I love that they told me like why it wouldn't work, and coming in, I learned that's a win. Now, reviving the Discord server, I think it's pretty okay. In terms of Discord server, people are talking here and there. I migrated 2 person from the South Haven community, and then like we're having fun inside my server now. We're not talking all that often, but I think like every single time someone speaks, they speak to each other, and I think that's pretty cool. And I think that's quote unquote reviving. It's still on a flat line that goes boop sometimes. It's kind of alive, right? It's kind of alive. It's kind of alive! Now, donations and sub goals. Donation. YouTube is harsh. Donation goals isn't something that is easy to get, especially for me. Moving to YouTube has been a lot harder because instead of pressing that starting stream button on Twitch, for YouTube you have to look at the thumbnail, and then after the thumbnail you need to think about what people are looking at. Is there a theme to it? Is it just a 8-hour stream, or is it a 2-hour stream with a lot of content? Culture between YouTube and Twitch is so different. I approach YouTube thinking that I can just hit the start stream button, people will come in. That's not the case. I realized this issue, but I haven't figured out a fix for it. I can think of a couple of ideas of like what I can do to make it more enticing for people to come in. So over the last month of season 11, I've been playing this thing called Viego every lane, and I think it was interesting at first. People were interested in the idea, and especially this one stream where I wrote 75% win rate on support Viego, and people were interested to come in to check it out, but I wasn't able to grab their attention, especially since that this is a 1-month thing. I didn't get enough time to be more creative in terms of what I can continue to do to increase the intention behind this idea. The other thing is that I completely failed and I could not do anything about it. I could not win. Win rates are horrible. I was a hard stuck silver. I could not win at all. Either that it's end of the season, everyone's tryharding, or I was just bad. I'm gonna say both. So yeah, the approach to YouTube was misguided. The last thing on this list, it says year 2022 is the year of beginning something great. And I think I did. I have begun spiraling around the idea of quitting content. Not because it's depressing, because of the stale numbers or lack of response, lack of chat viewers, chat numbers, I mean viewers, etc, etc. Those are pretty depressing, and that can definitely be part of the reason to make me not be interested in streaming anymore. But that's not it. Not entirely it. The main thing that I was looking at was that 10K in the bank. Streaming is pretty expensive. I have hit a very significant roadblock in my content career. I can see myself hitting a bar that I cannot cross at the moment, and my equipment is starting to getting outdated, and I find it really hard to produce better edited content because there are times when I was editing on the video and it just crashes on me just because I was doing more things to a video. And there's also one more thing that was hitting the right spot to tell me to stop, was that I was adding a lot of plugins to the OBS, and one of them is called Whiteboard. What Whiteboard does is that it allows me to draw around my face on camera. So I wanted to draw as I talk, but that just crashes OBS for me because of I think it's just my PC just not being able to handle so much plugins running at the same time. So yeah, reality is harsh sometimes, and in this current age where everyone wants to be a streamer and everyone wants to be content creator, if I don't step up my game, it's just so much harder to make things work. I said this wasn't depressing, and I went for I'm not good enough. I have no way to say that. I'm just gonna move on. Next part of the talk. What's to come at 2023? So for 2023, I'm not quitting. I'm not thick-headed. I'm just not quitting. I'm going to fail until never. I'm never gonna stop. I'm never gonna stop. I love streaming. I love content creating. I love being able to socialize just because I am a streamer that doesn't earn money. I love the fact that I can just say that I stream. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I just love to say that I stream, and I'm gonna keep doing it, and that's it. But we're gonna have goals. We're gonna have things that we're gonna do in the year, and we're gonna make happen. Going back to the original list, money. We're not gonna talk about that because I am still going to save money. I have one big, huge event in my life that I definitely will do, and I definitely need money for it. Moving on, releasing YouTube content polished. Yes, every month we are going to hold a live stream where I actively work on content, be it live streaming content or be it YouTube video content, and that's pretty much it. You guys will watch me do things, and if I get lazy, like I don't know, like I'll give you I'll give you this card to throw at me. Now the second thing is that I am definitely upgrading my stream in 2023 and then 2024 and then 2025. But instead of releasing it whenever it's available, I am going to release it once per year, and I'm going to spend that entire year working on it and then releasing it in one go. So for all of you who are watching to this part, this video is a little bit of a sneak peek, because if you can see, it was a green screen. Yeah, it has been a green screen, and I decided that this is the fun idea that I was gonna do. My room is way too pretty. I've spent too much time decorating it. I'm not gonna let it go to waste. Sorry, my room is part of one of the back green screen effects that I'm going to use. In the future, we're gonna be able to play while having no background as we're playing the game, or you guys can give me ideas on what different types of backgrounds that you guys want. And I think like this has a future. I can probably put a lot of meme faces behind me. I will not stream, by the way. This year, by 1st of January, I will not be streaming. I'm traveling this year. I will not be streaming. I'll be streaming after I get back from my trip. By then, it will be the premiere of my 2023 setup. Ideally, every year we change up our style. Even if it's a little bit of difference, we can change how I look. We can change what I wear. We can change anything. But for the following graphics update, it's going to be on January something. It's only for the first year. But after this first graphics update, the rest of the graphics update is going to be on this date. So that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next stream, I guess. Bye.